Again, good afternoon. This is Neil with Simple Futures. It is Monday, January the 8th. Big day today for the Bulls. Came off the last week's Friday end of week lows. 4,700 and I think 2 was the low. That was by the way, that was a naked volume point of control back from December the 13th, which is almost literally to the tick. We were looking right close to that 4,700 level, and for some target and potential support anyway. Ends up happening, a little bounce, and today fall through. So if you take fibs from the 48.41 high down to the 4,700 low down there, you get a you get all the fibs, the 3.2, 56.18, etc. It's beyond now the 618, which has me now to think that we target the 786 and the 88.7. The 88.7, interestingly, is about, not to the tick, but really close, 48.20. ES futures now, okay. That's also the year open. That's also an HVN on the top, or balance kind of level at the top up there. That was some balance before the break. And so here's the long and short of it. Remember last week when I gave you the 47.67 level? These are not like, by the way, this is really specific, right? It's not saying, somewhere around 48.20 by 30 or 40 or something like that. No, it's 47.67 is the volume point of control for all of the trade since December the 13th to forward to present, given all, and the reason we choose that is because of all of this range trade up here on the top. Since it broke from below and started to create some overlapping consolidation up here on the top, and we say overlapping consolidation because there were big retracements within the advance, right? It wasn't a continuation of simply, just higher lows, which would be one-time framing higher, etc. Which, by the way, let's touch on that too for just a half a second. On the break, since the 48.41 highs, and for the first week of January, as this thing started to come in, you notice it had a series of higher lows all the way down. That's one-time framing lower on the daily time frame. Until today, that ended. We ended that by taking out Friday's high, the lowest, most recent and lowest high, which would be true in one-time framing down, right? Lower highs. Took that out today. And so we'll see if that's enough to start the resumption of the uptick. I think it is, but we'll see if that's enough to start that. We will know with one more clue tomorrow, and that is, do we end up tomorrow with a higher low than today, which would be the establishment, the beginning of the establishment of a series of higher lows, which would be one-time framing up, right? So the long and short of it is basically use the same levels I gave you last week. For the break, we were targeting down around the 4,700. Now with the bounce, we're targeting 48.20, and you use 47.67 as your over-under. That's point of control for all this trade in this area. It's also within maybe a hair of a gnat's behind the ending session mid and VWAP of today. So it makes pretty good over-under at 4767. So that means that we can always be wrong. But that's trading, right? You got to pick a direction, click the mouse, and let the rest unfold. Bottom line. So pick your direction, long or short. If you like it short, well then you probably want it back below 47.67. But otherwise, that means buy the dip into 47.67 for targets above, which would be 48.20, and then a new high for the move above the 48.41s that preceded the break. And if that's correct, then you're going to target about 48.60 because that is a 1272 extension of the move. So where we had this break from, July down into late October, then 4860 is going to be a 1272 extension of that, right? So in other words, it would be a full recovery plus, and that would be 48, about 60. So that's what I got for a Monday. Hope it helps and makes sense. If you got any questions or anything, just leave them for me in the comments and we'll figure it out from there. But outside of that, wish you good trading, and come see us in the trade room, I guess, if you wish, and we'll do this kind of play-by-play during the day, all day. And outside of that, I'll see you in the next videos, which would be midweek this week. Take care till then.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency. It's one of the things that won me